Today Ed will be preparing and cooking
fresh stuff from the allotment that's ready now and today. It's better to say that my partner and I, Alex, jointly worked with the allotment challenge in case any feedback gets to him, and I'm claiming all the credit for myself. I used to get in trouble for that. So Fred kindly asked me to come along, and he said, why don't we prepare everything that's fresh and ready today? I don't know if I've got anything that's fresh and ready today. What am I going to do? But then we had a little think, and actually there's quite a lot that you can do, taken from an allotment or from your vegetable patch at home. If you've got one, if you're lucky enough to have those things. So I went up this morning and I had a little route around, and these are the things that I thought most people might be able to grow quite easily. So lettuces are ready now, pak choy is lovely, you can steam that. Oriental dishes. I haven't grown any lemons, so I'll admit I don't have a lemon tree only now. Garlic, you can take some yellow garlic now, you can grow in that. Plenty of strawberries. But the three things I'm going to cook today and try and show you are asparagus. We've got an asparagus bed. The asparagus season is the last 2 weeks of May all the way through June. So bang in the middle of English asparagus, really lovely. And artichokes are the other thing that I'm from my shop today. Somebody said in about 1870s, longer ago, 17th century, some famous author whose name I forget, said that nothing has been developed in the vegetable plot as delicious as asparagus and artichokes. And it's probably still true. Maybe as for asparagus, so that makes sense. What better way is there for getting butter into your mouth than on asparagus or with artichokes? They're terrific for me. And the other thing I'm going to use today is I'm going to do some flower fritters. But yeah, I'm lucky my pot backs on just to where the South Downs National Park begins on the edge of Western. I'm up against the hedge. And I think it gives me terribly chronic hay fever. So I think the more we can eat, the better. So hopefully I won't start screaming. It won't be tears of sadness, I hope. It will be happy when we start. Or sneezing. So we'll do elder later. We're going to start with asparagus and artichokes. And I think I'll crack on and I'll just do the artichokes first. So if you've got some established artichoke plants in your garden or on your allotment, and they've been there a year or 2 years, round about now they should be looking like this, kind of the main heads off each stem. What you find if you take them now and cook them, all the side shoots will grow up. In Italy I think they call these the mothers and the side shoots the sisters and the aunts. And the sisters and the aunts will be ready in a few months' time. And if you're unlucky or lucky enough to watch the show, depending on your point of view, you would have seen that Alex and I did artichoke arch preserved in olive oil as our feature, the thing we've been working up to all the way through the show. We were really proud of them. I love artichokes. Alex was slightly less sure that it would be a winning dish, but it turned out it was. They're really easy to grow. You just buy year-old plants and grow them from seed. Or year-old plants from your garden centre and put them in. Probably that year you'll get a few heads that you can eat. The year after, not only will you get masses of artichokes, but you'll also get more artichoke plants for free because they bud up from underground. They're one of those amazing plants that you buy once. They are forever yours, filling your allotment, and if you abandon it, there'll be artichokes there forever. Okay, so to prepare them, it's really simple. The books say they're covered in very sharp thorns at the top, which you should cut off. Some lovely, beautiful people in the audience, but I don't think any of us are so delicate. An artichoke thorn is going to send us a secret place. So, personally, what I like to do is just cut off the base, the stem, and if they're really young and tender, some of this is even edible. And these kind of main leaves. Just leave myself with the heads. Some of the leaves on this one are a bit more manky than the others, so nothing wrong with peeling those off for attraction purposes. And if you think of the bits you're actually going to eat on the artichoke, the fleshy part of the leaf, down here at the base. I see these bits looking a bit chewed. This one's being really miserly. I think I'll cook those as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cook them in a pan with some acidated water. I don't want them to go brown, so I've had this boiling away. The guy who'd just been on Lawrence Funny left me the remainder of his white wine because I forgot to bring any of that. And if you did have some open, you could definitely add some wine to your cooking water. And I'm going to put some lemon juice in. In fact, I'm going to put a whole lemon in. Because that's quite nice. And you can cook them whole. But I'm actually going to chop them in half. They cook a bit quicker. It doesn't really do them any damage as far as I can work out. And when you cut them in half, if you've not done them before, the reason they're called artichokes is in the middle they've got the flowery bit because they are big buds. And the reason they're artichokes is you can't eat the flowery bit. So you could fiddle around trying to cut it out now, but actually if you cook it with it in, they lift out quite nicely. You can present them with them in and people can pick them out themselves. I just lift them out with a knife when they're all done. Pardon? Perhaps it round, you'll see. Right in the middle here, it is actually fluffy.
It's like a big thistle.
Yeah, it is a thistle.
Yeah.
Somebody said it's good for man to eat artichoke to remind himself that he has an ass. A bit so. I thought I'd forget them, but I have remembered. So, I think that will probably be enough. Get a bit of salt. And they'll probably need about 15 minutes. If you don't pick them and you leave them, you get lovely big purple flowers on your lot.
You can dry them as well.
I'm going to simmer it quite hard because in a minute I'm going to steam the artichokes over the top, so I don't want it bubbling up through them particularly. Yeah, so kind of a hard simmer. Whereas artichokes are a short-term labour of love to get them into your allotment or your back garden. Just once they're in, they'll be there forever and they kind of look after themselves. Asparagus is a bit more tricky. If you wanted an asparagus bed today, you'd have to go back in time 3 years. So if this inspires you, you need to think 3 years hence, because the crowns you buy do take about 3 years to come and to strengthen up enough to allow you to take the spears from them. But after the second year you can take a couple and give yourself a hint of what's to come, and in the third year you can pretty much pick.
Thanks, Kevin.
Oh, no, they don't obviously all come at the same size, but okay, so overnight a couple of them shot up. But what you do want when you prepare them before cooking, you do need them all to be of a similar size when they go into the pan. So what I'll do with these ones, I'll just cut these down. The prep's really simple. The bottom bits that have grown closest to the crab, you need to kind of trim those up. And one way to do it is to snap them off, because they do kind of break at the point where they're woodiest. And again, if you're being thrifty, wash these bits up, put them in the water, and maybe you can end up with a nice cooking liquid from asparagus soup or something like that.
Very garden.
I'm not sure whether it's there.